Today we're going to do some knots, and the one that we're going to do right now is Highway Robert. So here's our rope. Here's the person who's going to tie the knot. And what's this knot good for, Dennis?
This knot is a hitch, and it's good for securing to another object.
Like securing what?
Well, you could secure your brat, tie it up so nobody steals it, but then you have to hold on to the rope. You could tie it to a pole. Say you want to tie a pole up somewhere and then use a guide wire, so you could cinch this from really far away, actually. Tie it up and then cinch it to the pole, and then come and put it down onto the ground.
So what would you use it for at Burning Man?
At Burning Man, we would use it for tying onto poles, but not poles that are taking a whole bunch of weight. For the corner post, we'd want to use like a clove hitch because they're stronger. But this is still a very strong knot.
So tying what onto a pole?
Tying a pole to a stake in the ground to give it support.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So we call this knot the Highway Robert because I always called it the Highwayman, and it's not the Highwayman. The Highwayman's a different knot. I cannot find out what this knot is. So we've just started calling it the Highway Robert. It's an interesting knot. It technically is a noose hitch with a slip knot. It falls into the family of 8s because if you look up real close right there, you can see that looks like a figure 8 knot. So, so you could also maybe classify it as a figure 8. But looking up all those knots, I've never found it. Do you want to hear the story of Highway Robert?
Yes.
Okay. This is Robert. Robert's a highwayman. It means he robs people. These are the people. Hi, people. The people come walking down the highway. They're having a good old time. Oh, let's go to church. We're good people. We're wholesome. And Robert's like, I'm a big meanie head. I'm going to get you. And he's like, stop right where you are. I'm going to rob you. And they're like, no, no, no. And the good people are right behind the tree. Robert's like, I'll stop you still. And so he runs in front of them so they don't run away. And they're like, oh, quick, we'll run the other way. He's like, no, you won't. So he runs behind them so they can't run the other way. And they're like, well, we'll just run off the rope. And he's like, no, you won't. So he wraps around the tree. And they're stuck. And they're like, oh, no, what do we do now? So 2 of the people grab onto the rope. And then they pull on the rope, and Robert pulls back. And they pull on the rope, and Robert pulls back. And they keep pulling and pulling and pulling. And finally, they're out from the rope. And so they let go. And when they let go, the Highway Robert is born. And that's the Highway Robert. It's very easy to untie. You just pull on the tail. So oftentimes when we tie the Highway Robert, we'll tie it like that. We'll cinch it up and then just put a nice little half hitch right there. And that way, when you pull it, it doesn't come undone. But it's very easy to undo the half hitch. It's very easy to undo the half hitch. And then it comes undone. And this actually will untie very easy even after a lot of load has been put on it. All right, next we're going to do the trucker's hitch, but that'll be another video. Cheers.